Happy Father's Day, Joes fans. Sit back and relax and enjoy some baseball with us on this Sunday night as the Joes close out their 8-game homestand in a matchup with the Ohio Bison. Sam Newcomb is alongside. My name is Luke Westpoli. You're glad you could join us here on this beautiful night in Hamilton, Ohio. Sam, the Joes have been on a losing skid as of late, but got double batting practice, got some extra work in the pregame, and they're looking to get back to their winning ways here tonight.
Yeah, they lost last night. Oops. No, there we go. They lost last night in a tough one that went to extra innings against the Marlins. It looked like the Joes were going to walk it off in the bottom of the ninth when they had runners on second and third with only one out. But they were unable to play in them. And then the 3 runs in the top of the 10th from the Marlins was the difference in that one. And another big storyline is, can the Joes bats be consistent for 9 innings? They scored 3 runs in the first inning, and that was it for the rest of the game. They can't do that, especially against against the Bison team today, who sit atop the South Division 10-2 record, and they're one of the best teams here in the South Division. They're playing really good baseball. Their pitching staff is solid, and should be an interesting game. They split a doubleheader earlier this week, so another big opportunity for the Joes to beat the good teams, I guess.
Yeah, the Joes have done really well against teams at the top of the league table, but it's been the teams that have been struggling in the GLSCL that the Joes have kind of struggled against. Teams like the Richmond Jazz, Xenia Scouts, and most recently the Ohio Marlins. Yesterday, on the mound today for the Joes, it's going to be Bryce Smith. He's pitched in 5 games, started 1 for the Joes, sophomore out of Northern Kentucky. Pitched 14 innings, allowing 6 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, walking 4 and striking out 8, and has a record of 4-0 and an ERA of .64, so great numbers for the sophomore out of Erlanger, Kentucky.
His 4 wins are the most by any pitcher in the GLSCL thus far this season. And he pitched against this Bison team in Game 2 of the doubleheader on Tuesday. He went 6 innings pitched, gave up no runs, 1 hit, walked 1, and he only had 1 strikeout. So the Bison were able to get a piece of the ball on many of the at-bats, but right into the gloves of Hamilton Joes defenders out in the field.
So we will ready up to go here. We'll take a look at the lineup for the Ohio Bison. Batting first and playing center field, Tyler Horvat. Batting second and playing in right, Brandon Horsley. Batting third, playing third base, Nick Clark. Batting cleanup and playing second base, Gavin Thompson. Catching and batting fifth is Blake Reed. Batting sixth and playing first base is Jackson Little. Batting seventh and DHing is Galen Rutledge. Batting eighth and playing left field is Dominic Byers. And the shortstop, batting ninth, is Nate Rush. Final game of the homestand for the Joes. They came in to this homestand undefeated at Foundation Field. Their record now here in Hamilton stands at 6-3. On the road, the Ohio Bison have suffered both of their losses this season, one of those coming in the doubleheader at Foundation Field. 4-2 is what they stand at on the road. Their overall record, 10-2. They are 6-0 at Don Edwards Stadium, where the Joes will see them late next week. Tyler Horvat will come in for the Bison to bat first.
Horvat had a really good day yesterday against the Scouts and the win for the Bison. He went 4 for 5. He was the player of the game.
Horvat out of Washington and Jefferson College looks at the first pitch up high for ball 1. Pitched a little bit for Washington and Jefferson, was a first-team All-American in D3. Playing some outfield here for the Bison. He grounds this one over to second. Garrett Staten fields and gives over. Maybe a closer play than he thought, but he gets the out nonetheless.
Yeah, different looking infield in today's game. Braden Broom is at shortstop instead of Colt Becker, and Garrett Staten is at second base. And Henriquez is back in the lineup today after getting the day off yesterday at the hot corner for the Joes in the infield.
Brandon Horsley is at the plate for the Bison. He fouls this one off, and so his count quickly falls to 0-2. Horsley struggled this year, batting just .192 coming into today's game. struck out 9 times in his 25 at-bats. 0-2 pitch on its way outside.
Wind is not much of a factor today. Not much wind at all. Pretty hot one, so the ball will be flying.
1-2 breaking ball chopped over to second base. Staten gets the second out. And that'll bring up Nick Clark.
Good start for Bryce Smith. Right where he left off on Tuesday. Just getting ground ball outs or fly ball outs, and that's what he's been doing all summer long for the Joes. Not much of a strikeout pitcher.
Nick Clark takes the first pitch, and it's going to bounce by Garrett Staten, who pounds the ground in frustration. Thought that maybe he could have had that one. It just glanced off his glove, but it'll be into the outfield, and Nick Clark takes the first pitch and gets on first.
Could have been the Garrett Staten inning. He could have gotten all 3 putouts, but couldn't get that one. It would have been a really nice play from Staten if he kept that in the infield.
First pitch is fouled off by Gavin Thompson. Thompson has been really good for the Bison this year at the plate as the third baseman. Third on the team in average at .346. Fouls this second one off out of play on the right side.
Last time Bryce Smith pitched against this Bison's team earlier this week on Tuesday in Game 2 of the doubleheader, he didn't allow a hit till the 5th inning, but the Bison get one here in the top of the first.
0-2 pitch on the way, and it is slicing foul.
Joes did a really good job in Game 2 of that doubleheader. They had the lead 9-0. Looked like they were going to get a shutout, but Kobe Haynes came in and gave up a couple runs.
Slow roller over to third. Henriquez Fields, nice scoop over there at first by Matt Dietering, and that'll retire the side. So 1 hit for the Ohio Bison in the top of the first, but Nick Clark will have to stay put and get stranded over there on the right side. Joes don't allow any hits, and they'll get a chance to hit when we return in the bottom of the first. You're listening to Hamilton Joes Baseball on YouTube. ADG Services is Hamilton and Fairfield's most trusted painting contractors, offering deck staining, sealing, and waterproofing, as well as drywall texturing and exterior and interior painting, as well as many other services. ADG Services is your way to go for all your painting needs. Visit them at 456 Sims Road in Fairfield or give them a call at 513-295-2767. ADG Services, a proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joes. All Wealth Federal Credit Union is committed to providing for you. Through convenient online banking, home and auto loans, saving accounts, checking accounts, credit cards, and more, All Wealth can provide for all of your banking needs. Located at 6 South 2nd Street in Hamilton, they can be found on the phone at 513-868-5881 or online at allwealth.org. All Wealth, supporting those who serve us. Joes don't allow any runs in the top of the first. Now they'll get a chance to take the lead. Let's take a look at the Joes lineup today. Logan Castleman will lead things off. He gets the night off in the field, but will DH in the one spot for the Joes. Batting second, the right fielder, Harry Jackson. Batting third, shortstop, Braden Broom. The cleanup hitter is the catcher, Sammy Sass. Matt Dietering, the first baseman, bats fifth. The third baseman, Tyler Henriquez, bats sixth. John Sanjul, the center fielder, bats seventh. The second baseman, Garrett Staten, bats eighth. And Dalton Miller will once again be in the 9 hole tonight. Pitch on the way to Castleman, and he takes this one on the outside corner. So now he's down in the count, 0-2.
Castleman's really struggled at the plate. Hasn't had a hit in quite some time for the Joes.
He's able to barely get a piece of this one off the end of the bat to stay alive. Castleman had a chance in yesterday's game near the end, and he struck out in a big moment. Had his fair share of struggles after a really hot start to the season. We'll see if he can get back to his ways of putting the ball in play.
In the last 4 games, he's 0 for 13 at the plate.
0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Castleman down on strikes. First strikeout of the day for Marshall Flynn comes on the leadoff hitter. And there's one away here in the bottom of the first.
Second, the right fielder, number 14, Harry Jackson.
That'll bring in Harry Jackson. On the mound today for the Bison is Marshall Flynn, who the Joes saw earlier this season when the Bison came up here to Foundation Field. His first pitch to Harry Jackson misses down low for ball 1. Plays at Ohio Dominican University. Next pitch on the way, slider that Jackson kind of shot over to second, but it was a botch over there from Gavin Thompson. He just couldn't pick that ball up off the turf, and Harry Jackson is aboard with a single.
It'd have been a tough play for Thompson if he was able to field it cleanly. Jackson was flying down the line. And Jackson continues his hitting streak. He went 3 for 3 in yesterday's game, reached on all 4 at-bats, and is on base here in the bottom of the first.
That brings in Braden Broom, who takes a first pitch on the outside for strike 1. Flynn has pitched 11 innings coming into this, started 2 games. Those are both his only appearances this year, allowing 4 earned runs as he steps off, 7 hits, walking 3 and striking out 5 with a record of 2-0 and an ERA of 3.27. Next pitch is fouled off the bottom of the bat of Braden Broom, so the count is 0-2.
Flynn pitched against this Joes team in Game 1 of the doubleheader on Tuesday. He went 4 innings, gave up 3 earned runs, 3 hits, and a walk, and he got the win in that one.
First game was a back-and-forth affair that the Bison came out on top. Second one was a dominant Joes victory. Braden Broom fouls this one off to the netting, so the count stays at 0-2.
Broom struggled yesterday, 0 for 3, 3 strikeouts. Trying to get back in the hit column right here. But he's down 0-2, so he's going to have to battle up there at the plate.
Flynn went over to first and now gets it back from the stretch. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Braden Broom strikes out swinging once again, as did Logan Castleman in the leadoff spot, and there's 2 away here in the first. So that'll bring up Sammy Sass, who's catching in today's game. First team All-Horizon League selection out of Wright State. And that's a balk over there. Marshall Flynn flinched over there on the mound, so that'll advance Harry Jackson over to second.
Yeah, Marshall Flynn not arguing that. He kind of tapped himself in frustration, saying, "My bad," or so. But runner in scoring position now for the Joes with 2 outs.
First pitch, grounded over first base side. It's scooped up by Jackson Little. He will give to the pitcher Marshall Flynn, who will step on the bag and get the 3rd out of the inning. So Harry Jackson reaches and was able to get over to second, but the Joes' bats weren't able to do too much other than that in this inning. They go down 1-2-3, and they will go to the top of the second. Still 0-0 after 1. We'll be back with more Joes baseball here on YouTube.
Butler County Mental Health and Addiction Recovery Services, in partnership with the community, is here to provide comprehensive recovery-oriented system of care and prevention. In addition, we continuously improve the quality of life of Butler County citizens through the support of addiction and mental health recovery services. Butler County Mental Health and Addiction Recovery, a proud sponsor of your Hamilton Joes. Bridgewater Falls.
Top of the second is on the way here from Foundation Field. Hamilton Joes and Ohio Bison tied up 0-0 after one. Each team getting a hit in their respective half of the inning, but neither team able to push that guy across. So the first pitch misses high and outside to Blake Reed, who will lead things off here in the second. Next pitch lifted up into left center field. Dalton Miller will backtrack and make the catch. So that ball hit pretty well out into left center, but easy play for Miller, and that's the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Jackson Little. Only appeared in 4 games coming into tonight for the Bison. 2 for 9 on the year. Has walked 6 times and struck out 4. First pitch breaking ball in there for strike 1. And now the 0-1 is on its way inside, and it's sent right back where it came from over to Bryce Smith. He underhands it to first. Matt Dietering on the bag. That's out number 2.
Pitching for contact is what Bryce Smith does on the mound. That's now 4 groundouts in the 6 batters he's faced.
Yeah, he's certainly done a great job with that so far tonight. The batter's Galen Rutledge, the DH. First pitch up and away for ball 1. Rutledge out of Bethune-Cookman. Foul tips this one. Count even at 1-1. Rutledge from Hendersonville, Tennessee, transferred to Bethune-Cookman from Southwest Tennessee Community College. Struggled this year for the Wildcats. 5 for 56. 31 strikeouts. So the 1-2 pitch was fouled out of play, so we'll go again. Here comes breaking ball up high for ball 2.
Just a reminder, we appreciate all foul balls returned to the big white tent. Thank you.
2-2 pitch. Foul tipped off the glove of Sammy Sass and over to the backstop. Count stays at 2-2. And the 2-2 bounces before it gets to the plate, so now the count has been worked full. Rutledge steps back in. Now the 3-2 delivery on its way. And this one lifted up right side. Coming in from right field, Harry Jackson. He'll make the play, and that's the third out. So the Joes go 1-2-3 in the top of the second. And a pretty clean inning for them in the field. They'll get a chance to hit when we return. You're listening to Joe's Baseball on YouTube.
Offers guests a unique shopping experience with more than 30 shopping destinations, including Target, JCPenney, Ulta, Best Buy, Michaels, Dick's Sporting Goods, and many more. Bridgewater Falls also has a wide variety of delicious dining destinations. From burgers to pizza to sushi, experience all the flavors of Bridgewater Falls. Bridgewater Falls is located just off the Butler County Veterans Highway, Ohio 129, at the corner of Princeton Road and Bypass 4. Come experience a great shopping, dining, and services in the heart of Fairfield Township, Ohio. At Brown Dawson Flick Funeral Home, we don't just care for the recently departed. We serve those who held them most dearly. Our families have known since 1935 that they can count on our honest and respectful staff to provide only the highest level of service. The kind of service that you can't get just anywhere these days. We invite you to explore our site to learn more about Brown Dawson Flick Funeral Home at browndawsonflick.com, a proud sponsor of your Hamilton Joes.
Not much in the way of offense through the first 1.5 innings. Let's see if Matt Dietering can change that here in the bottom of the second. No score here from Foundation Field. He takes the first pitch in there for a strike. Now the 0-1 on its way. Bouncer over to second. Picked up and thrown over to first by Gavin Thompson. So Dietering is retired, and that'll bring up Tyler Henriquez.
Batting sixth, third baseman, number 29, Tyler Heinrich.
Henriquez will step in. First pitch. Bouncing ground ball over to third. Tough play. The throw is in time.
Yeah, they got Henriquez by a half step. Really close play over there.
Nick Clark with a rainbow over to first that just barely beats out Tyler Henriquez, and so there's 2 down now. That'll bring up John Sanjul. Marshall Flynn looking for a quick inning here. Sanjul batting from the lefty box. First pitch outside corner for strike 1.
Joes entered today's game with a team average of 246, which is 11th in the GLSCL.
Second pitch misses down and in for ball 1. They've struggled with the hitting lately.
They got to 7th when they played after the game against the Steam. But the bats have gone cold since.
Yeah, their batting average was steadily climbing early last week, but now has dropped off a little bit. 1-2 pitch to Sanjul is pretty far outside for ball 2. Two. And looper over to left field, and a sliding catch is made by Dominic Byers, and that will retire the side. Thought John Sanjul was going to get in with a bloop single there, but Dominic Byers says no, and it's a quick inning for the Bison. 1, 2, 3. They retire the side here in the second. So we'll see if we get some more action when we go up to the third inning when we return. You're listening to Joe's Baseball on YouTube.
Carefree Heating and Cooling is an AC service in Hamilton, Ohio you can trust. When you are looking for a quick AC repair in Hamilton, Ohio, turn to the professionals at Carefree Heating and Cooling. With a name for completing the work correctly the first time, you can rely on our quality service to get your AC system working like it should. When you need air conditioning fast, call us at 513-268-5164, or you can also contact us online at carefreeheatingandcoolingco.com.
Joe's fans, Chatterbox Sports is your home for high school sports all across Butler County. For live events, exclusive interviews, podcasts, photos, and more, visit chatterboxsports.com. Also follow them on Twitter and Instagram at CBoxSports.
For over 130 years, Coca-Cola has been guided by a spirit of creativity, innovation, collaboration, and love of community. The next time you come to Foundation Field to watch a Hamilton Joes game, do yourself a favor and get yourself an ice-cold Coke. Coca-Cola, proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joes.
We go to the top of the third. Dominic Byers, the leadoff hitter for the Ohio Bison. We're tied up with the Hamilton Joes 0-0 here on Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to everyone listening out there. Shout out to my dad back home in Oxford. First pitch to Byers misses low for ball 1. Got a decent crowd on hand here on this Sunday, as the 1-0 pitch misses inside. It is pretty hot out, but that should cool down a little bit as the sun goes down here. Sam, I believe you told us it's going to cool down a lot for the game against the Steam on the road on Tuesday. Grounder over to short, And coming off the bag after an errant throw from Broom was Matt Dietering, and so that'll reach Dominic Byers. So an infield single for him, or an E6 rather. So Nate Rush will come up to the plate.
Yeah, back to what you were saying. It's supposed to be 70 degrees for the game on Tuesday.
Rush lays down a bunt. Picking it up and sending it over to first is Bryce Smith, and that's the first out of the inning. Runner advances over to second. So a runner in scoring position with one out for the top of the order, Tyler Horvat. Grounded out to second in his first time up. Batting .333 coming into this game. Pitches and plays outfield for the Bison. Gets underneath one, but it's going to get out of play. Hear the whistles behind us. There's been a pickup basketball tournament of some sort going on at the courts next to Foundation Field all afternoon. First pitch, or second pitch rather, misses up and in for ball one.
There's always something going on over there.
There's a whole lot of action in the park area around the field. And so we see a lot of different events come in and out throughout the season. As the pitch was swung on and missed by Horvat, so the count is 1-2. Breaking ball hung up there, and it was grounded sharply over to second. But Garrett Staten's able to make the play for the second out. That advances the runner over to third. But now there's two down here. Brandon Horsley comes to the plate. 192 hitter.
He grounded out to Staten over at second in his first at-bat.
First pitch outside for ball one.
Bryce Smith has only given up one earned run in 14 innings pitched. So trying to leave that runner stranded on third.
Next pitch misses outside for ball two. Horsley, the junior at Montlaus State Community College from Columbus, Ohio. Transferred there from Ashland University. Went to high school at Upper Arlington. 2-0 pitch is in there for strike one. Horsley listed as a center fielder, but playing the corner outfield today in right. That's a good pitch there from Smith, outside corner for strike two. Two-two pitch. Swing, and it's pushed out to left. It'll spin its way foul. Lands on top of the batting cages here at Foundation Field. So the count remains 2-2.
Big pitch here from Smith.
2-2 to Horsley. Here it comes. Up high. Count full at 3-2. Nick Clark is on deck for the Bison. He has the only hit for them in this game. It was a single back in the first inning that just got past the outstretched glove of Garrett Staten. Payoff pitch. Fouled off left side, and that lands on top of the batting cages once again. So we'll do it again here, 3-2.
It's two of them now that have landed on top of the batting cages on the netting.
Payoff. Hit into center field. Running over a Sand Jewel, he'll make the play. So a runner threatening over there at third, that was Dominic Byers, but the Joes are able to get out of it without giving up any runs, and we'll head to the bottom of the third. Still no score. We'll be back here from Foundation Field in a moment. Stay with us here on Hamilton Joe's YouTube.
Are you switching or looking for a new bank? First Financial Bank is the perfect fit because they put you first. Their three goals is to stay flexible to serve your needs, invest in the community financially and personally, and they tailor their services to your needs. First Financial Bank. When it comes to managing your money, they make it easy, fast, and secure.
Come curious and leave inspired. The Fitton Center for Creative Arts isn't just a building, it's an experience. We are a nonprofit community arts organization that has been a part of the Hamilton community for over 20 years. Visit us soon to see what we have to offer. Learn something new in one of our art classes or workshops that are open to students of all ages. Be enthralled by extraordinary musicians, actors, and dancers at one of our live performances. Stroll through our remarkable art galleries or reserve one of our diverse venues for your special event. Become a part of the Fitton Center and redefine the way you experience the arts in Hamilton.
Garrett Staten.
Marshall Flynn still on the bump for the bottom of inning number 3 here. No score between the Ohio Bison and Hamilton Joes. First pitch to Garrett Staten catches the outside corner for strike 1. Staten and Miller, the only 2 batters yet to hit in this game. 0-1 pitch in the turf. Staten is batting .280 on the season. He hits this one hard, high in the air, out to right center. It's backtracking and jumping and making the catch, I believe, is Brandon Horsley. And he did make the catch. Wow, that was a great play out in center. It looked like that ball was going to get over his head. He misjudged it a little bit and wasn't back far enough, so he had to backpedal pretty hard towards the end of that, and he actually fell as he made the catch, so I didn't know if he was able to hold on to it. He did. Nice play and right by Horsley. 1 down here in the inning. Nice slider that gets Dalton Miller to swing and miss on the first pitch.
Miller had a big single in the bottom of the 9th inning to advance the runner in scoring position, but Joes couldn't get any across.
Yeah, it was a tough 9th inning for the Joes, and the momentum carried into the 10th. Swing and a miss, a 3-pitch strikeout for Dalton Miller, a frustrating at-bat for him. He'll go back to the dugout, and that'll bring out the top of the order in Logan Castleman. Castleman struck out swinging back in the first. 0 for his last 14. First pitch fouled off and hit him on the leg, I believe, so he'll take a couple steps and try to walk it off. Wincing a little bit as he makes his way back into the batter's box, and now he'll take an extra second to circle around and stretch his legs out a bit. Now he'll get the 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. So the count is 0-2. Here comes the pitch. Just misses high for ball 1. Castleman probably held his breath for a second while Justin Penix was making the call. 1-2, fouled off the handle of the bat up towards the screen.
Yeah, he's 0 for his last 13, but you can maybe say 0 for 15 because he struck out twice in the game that did not finish.
And a swing and a miss from Castleman. He got a piece of the bat on it, but still able to catch it was Blake Reed behind the plate. And Castleman, another strikeout. Frustrating start to the day from him. And the Joes once again go 1-2-3 after Garrett Staten was robbed of an extra base hit to start the inning. So we go to the 4th. Still no score. We'll see if we can get some more action here from Foundation Field. Stay with us here on Hamilton Joes YouTube.
Kettering Health Hamilton at Fort Hamilton Hospital, founded in 1929, is dedicated to providing Butler County with community-focused health care. With skilled specialists and cutting-edge technology, they feature advanced wound care, emergency care with a Level 3 trauma center, heart and vascular care, maternity care, and orthopedics and joint replacement. Visit them at 630 Eaton Avenue in Hamilton or give them a call at 513-867-2000 for all of your healthcare needs.
4-Star Mechanical is your one-stop shop for all things heating, ventilation, air conditioning, and refrigeration. With over 100 combined years of industry-specific experience, they're equipped with the design and job site knowledge to complete every project from concept to routine maintenance. Call them at 513-737-1008. If you're looking for an industry leader in all things related to windows and doors, look no further than L.E. Schofield Window and Door Co. With over 7
Still searching for our first run here in this evening's game for Foundation Field between the Ohio Bison and Hamilton Joes. Nick Clark will lead off for the Bison in the top of the fourth. Bryce Smith still on the mound for the Joes. Still has not struck a batter out yet, but been a ground ball machine today and has only given up one hit. Clark thought about the bunt there, but he pulled it back. Pitch was outside for ball one.
Quite the bat for Nick Clark.
He's got the orange fluorescent top and the lime green handle. And he lines this one into right field. It's going to get down in front of Harry Jackson for a base hit. So Nick Clark gets his second hit of the day. And he represents both tallies in the hit column for the Ohio Bison this evening. That'll bring in Gavin Thompson, the second baseman, who grounded out to third base to end the first inning. First pitch grounded to short, potential double play ball. They get one. Over to first, they get two. 6-4-3 double play. Nice play over there at short from Braden Broom, who was down on his knees when he scooped the ball up, but he was able to get it over to Staten at second in enough time to turn that one over to first and get the double play.
Yeah, Braden Broom stumbled for just a split second, but able to get the ball out of his mitt quickly, and a good turn.
Catcher Blake Reed now takes the first pitch up high for ball one. Blake Reed plays at Ohio University. Bobcat fouls this one off to the screen. Sophomore transfer from Cuyahoga Community College. Did not play for OU in 2021. Product of Gahanna Lincoln High School in Gahanna, Ohio. Swings and misses on the 1-1 pitch. So now he faces a 1-2.
He was way late on that one, so see what kind of pitch Smith goes with here.
This one was on the outside. It's slicing towards the line, and it gets just foul.
Bryce Smith throws a fastball, knuckleball, and a curveball for the Joes.
The count is 1-2. Smith's looking to face the minimum batters here in this inning, after the Joes turn the double play in the last sequence. 1-2 pitch. Hit into center field. Coming in and catching the ball is John Sanjul. That'll retire the side here in the top of the fourth. So not quite a 1-2-3, but Bryce Smith still faces the minimum. 3 up, 3 down for the Bison. Still no score here from Foundation Field.
If you're looking for an industry leader in all things related to windows and doors, look no further than L.E. Schofield Window and Door Co. With over 7 decades of experience in providing window and door repair and replacement services, as well as glass, screens, and other products, you can count on them to get the job done right the first time around. Call them today at 513-863-8932.
Woman-owned and family-operated, M&G Body Shop has a honest and dependable staff that has over 30 years of experience bringing cars back to life. M&G Body Shop can get your car back safely on the road, providing a wide variety of services including bodywork, frame adjustment, painting, total loss evaluation, window and glass repair, collision repair, alignment, insurance claim reports, and paintless dent repair, and more. Visit M&G Body Shop at 12018 Hamilton Avenue in Cincinnati, or call them up at 513-851-9056.
Are your clothes still dirty after going through the wash? Is your fridge failing to keep things cold? Pate Appliance Service offers superior home appliance repair in Hamilton, Ohio, so you can get on with your day-to-day activities. They are a family-owned company offering fast and reliable appliance repairs. Their skilled service technicians work on a wide variety of brands and home appliances, providing quality repairs on everything from dishwashers to microwaves. Go to their location at 780 South Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard or contact them at 513-285-3519.
Harry Jackson.
The Joes got some extra work in prior to this game. They took BP twice, but they're still looking to put some more runners on base. Only one hit thus far in this affair.
And it was from this guy at the plate, Harry Jackson.
Yeah, he had the hit back in the first inning. Batting second in the lineup today. He fouls this one off after an outside pitch, so the count is 1-1.
And he had 3 of the 6 hits in yesterday's game.
Jackson's been really good for the Joes at the plate, batting .429 coming into this game. Appeared in 9 of the 13 Joes games rather. So the next pitch is a slider outside, so Jackson is ahead at 3-1. The pitch inside. Jackson walks, so the Joes have a leadoff base runner here. Braden Broom will come to the plate after striking out back in the first inning.
The shortstop, Braden Broom.
So Tyler Thaman over there at third will not give a sign, it looks like, to Harry Jackson over there at first, who's been gunned down a number of times trying to steal here at Foundation Field recently. First pitch is way up there, but Blake Reed's able to reach out and prevent it from getting behind him.
Yeah, Jackson's 3 for 7 stealing bases so far this summer. He's reached base, though, 6 straight times for the Joes.
He's still on his way. Reed throws over. The throw is not in time. Just barely Harry Jackson able to swipe second base. And so now a runner in scoring position with nobody out.
Yeah, he just got his hand in there. Kerry Lyle was all over it. Good call. Calling him safe.
The count is 2-0 to Braden Broom.
If I'm Broom here, I'd probably wait to see a strike. He struggled the last couple at-bats. He's already has a strikeout today and struck out 3 times yesterday, so try to see one go by.
Or he's going to take one, and it's going to line over into shallow left field. It gets down. Nate Rush has to come in and play it, or rather Dominic Byers, but coming in to score is Harry Jackson. The throw to the plate is not in time, and that'll advance Braden Broom over to second, and the Joes have their first lead of the game.
And that is why I am a broadcaster and not a coach. Good job. Good piece of hitting there from Braden Broom. After 4 straight strikeouts in his at-bats from carrying over from yesterday, he's able to loop one over the third baseman's head and put the Joes on the board to start things here in the 4th.
So that'll bring in Sammy Sass, first pitch bouncer that Reed keeps in front of him. So a single for Braden Broom. He advances to second on the ensuing play to home, and still a runner in scoring position with nobody out here for the Joes. 1-0 pitch up high, leaning out Sass, so the count 2-0.
Yeah, Sass has not been batting as good as he had at Wright State, but he's put a lot of balls in play and has hit them hard.
267 hitter, swings and misses at this one for strike one. Joe's getting the green light with the 2-0 count. The last one was a ball that wasn't hit super strong, but just hung up in the air and was able to drop in shallow left field. And this one hit out into center, and that will be down for a base hit. Broom thought about rounding third. Sass is going to take a long turnaround first, but head back. So no runs will score, but Sammy Sass is aboard and pushes Braden Broom over to third, and now the runners are on the corners for Matt Dietering.
Yeah, Braden Broom kind of hesitated there at second to make sure the ball got down, and he was unable to score on that hit. But runners on the corners, nobody out. 3 straight guys have reached. Harry Jackson's already been in to score. Could be a big inning here for the Joes.
Joe Grotto comes out to speak to his infield and pitcher briefly, and now he will head back to the dugout. Grotto, the head coach of this Bison squad, also the head coach at Penn State Wilkes-Barre. He heads back to the dugout, and now his team looking to get out of a jam here. Runners on the corners. They've already given up one. There's nobody out here for Matt Dietering. Flynn sets from the stretch and deals the first pitch. It's inside. So now the 1-0. Dietering swings and pumps this one behind him foul.
Yeah, Dietering doesn't strike out very often, likes to put it in play on the right side. So ground ball on the right side will definitely score. Broom with no outs. But yeah, obviously you don't want to ground out in a double play. You want to find a hold over there on the right side.
Yeah, there's a pretty nice looking gap over there on the right side of the infield. Matt Dietering loves to pull the ball. This pitch is inside, and Dietering's able to slide his feet away from it. So the count is now 2-1.
Impressive job there for Blake from Blake Reed behind the dish for the Bison to keep that one in front and save a run from coming across.
He's had a number of good stops today as Marshall Flynn has struggled with his control just a little bit, and that one misses up high to move the count to 3-1. On deck for the Joes, the man who's hit the only home run this season, Tyler Henriquez, and that one is in the dirt, so the bases are loaded. And the Ball State Cardinal comes up to the plate.
No one is warming up in the Bison pen, so they're going to ride it out here with Marshall Flynn.
Tyler Henriquez, the third baseman, grounded out to third base back in the second inning in his only appearance. First pitch up high for ball one. Henriquez batting .200 on the year in 8 appearances for the Joes. 1-0 pitch in the dirt for ball two, and do you just take pitches until you get a strike here after?
I mean, the last time I said to take a pitch on 2-0, Braden Broom hit one over the third baseman head for an RBI single, so let's see what Henriquez does. Maybe
some good mojo, but instead he's going to take this one inside. So the count is 3-0. Don't imagine he's going to swing here as Marshall Flynn is at risk of walking a run in. And as you mentioned, Sam, there's no one in that Bison bullpen yet. 3-0 pitch, up and away. So ball 4. Braden Broom comes in to score after the bases were loaded. Tyler Henriquez goes over there to first with a walk, and there's still nobody out here in the fourth. The lead extended 2-0.
5 guys have come to the plate for the Joes this inning. All 5 had reached base. 2 of them have already came in to score. 3 of them are on base, and they're loaded for San Jewel.
John Sanjul flew out to left field in this first time up, takes the first pitch inside. So Flynn really struggling here to find the strike zone.
Yeah, I think you got to wait for a strike. It's like 5 or 6 straight now.
Next pitch on the way, and there it is, outside corner for strike 1. One pitch. This one hit sharply up the middle. Henriquez gets around the tag. The throw to first is errant, and so 1 run will score, 2 will come in, and the runners will advance to second and third. What a great play over there by Tyler Henriquez to dodge around the tag from Gavin Thompson, and then his throw over to first got by Jackson Little. 2 runs score, and that advances 2 into scoring position. The Joes double their lead. It's 4-0.
Yeah, it was just a tough play for the Bison. It bounced off the mitt. It looked like it was going to go straight up the middle, but off the mitt of Flynn that went straight to the second baseman, Thompson. Thompson could not tag Henriquez, and then threw an errant throw.
So Joe Grotto will go over and have a conversation with the field umpire, Kerry Lyle, and now they will come together and discuss on the first base line.
The only discussion here is whether Henriquez ran out of the baseline, and he did not.
He was safe. Yeah, he just kind of reached his arms out and arched his body to get around that one, and I could see out of the corner of my eye, Kerry Little call him not out as the throw was over to first, and then some chaos ensued, and I believe that Kerry Lyle may have just delivered a warning to the dugout.
I believe so.
So the batter for the Joes after all that is Garrett Staten. There's still no one out in this inning. There's 2 in scoring position for the Joes. They could really blow this one open here, as a single could extend the lead to 6.
Staten hit one on the screws in his last at-bat to deep right field, but Horsley was able to track it down and make an awkward catch out there.
Yeah, it was likely the best hit ball of the game, but he was robbed of a hit. Now there is a pitcher in the Ohio Bison pen warming up, so we'll get that to you as soon as we can. Looks like it is number 42. That would be Lucas St. Antoine. 2-0 pitch catches the inside corner for strike 1. St. Antoine, the sophomore at Adrian, out of Grand Rapids, Michigan. Swing and a miss there from Staten. So that's strike 2. Marshall Flynn looking to finally get his first out of the inning. 2-2 pitch. Barring any type of double play, the Joes will bat around. This one outside, count full.
Yeah, I think if Marshall Flynn walks Staten here, that might be the end of his day. We shall see.
Big pitch coming up, 3-2. Up high, swinging anyway, is Staten. Shallow right, coming over from second and making the grab is Gavin Thompson. And trying to draw a throw home over there at third was Tyler Henriquez. That's exactly what he did. It bounced off the chest of Blake Reed and didn't immediately recover it, but he was able to get it in enough time where Henriquez never really thought about coming home. So there's one out in the inning now, and that'll bring up the 9-hitter Dalton Miller. The runners stay put at second and third.
Yeah, Henriquez kind of a little frustrated with himself over at third, because if he did try to tag from third base, he would have been safe because it was a bad throw and it got away from Blake Reed.
Yeah, the initial play probably wasn't deep enough for him to tag on its own, and then after he decided not to tag, the ball getting past Blake Reed didn't go far enough for him to probably go on that play zone, but with those two variables combined, he probably would have been able to make it, but would have been a risky play nonetheless. That's banking on a bad throw being made by Gavin Thompson home.
Infield in for the Bison.
2-0 pitch is fouled off to the left side. Yeah, the infield is all standing close to that green turf. Two-one pitch, swing and a miss. Miller out in front of it. And now we will get our next offering. Here comes the 2-2. Swing and a miss on the pitch outside. And so there's 2 away here. Dalton Miller goes back to the dugout with a strikeout, and that'll bring up Logan Castleman. This is a good time to break out of a slump. 2 runners in scoring position and 2 outs. Castleman needs a hit here.
He's the 9th guy to bat for the Joes this inning.
First pitch misses for ball 1. Pitcher has since stopped warming up in the Bison pen, so Marshall Flynn will probably be done after this inning if he's able to get out of it, or we may see him come out before the ending of this inning. If Castleman can get a hit, this one's up near the head, and it's going to get by Blake Reed. Tyler Henriquez will come in to score. And coming from second to third, John Sanjul, so the lead is 5 for the Joes. Disastrous inning here for the Bison. Only 3 hits in the game for the Joes, and 2 of them have come in this inning. But they've given up 5 runs here in the bottom of the 4th. That's a good pitch in there, though, on the 3-0. Strike 1 to Castleman. Harry Jackson is on deck. This would be his second at-bat of the inning. If it were to get to him, his pitch catches the inside corner. So just like that, after the count was 3-0, it's now worked full. Flynn versus Castleman. Here comes the payoff pitch. Up high, Castleman walks. So he will head over to first. Runners on the corners here for Harry Jackson, who's been swinging the hot bat. Walked in his last time up here in this fourth inning.
Harry Jackson.
So he's the 10th batter here in the bottom of the fourth. First pitch to Jackson. He thought about swinging, decided not to. Good decision, ball one.
I wouldn't be surprised if Castleman tries to steal here.
Try to draw the throw down to second. But Jackson's going to line this one. It gets down in the infield, but trickles into left. And so that's a base hit for him. His second of the game. It will score another run, and it's 6-0.
Harry Jackson now getting on base for the 7th consecutive time. 5 of those times were base hits. The other 2 were walks. He is swinging a hot bat. He's the guy who started this rally for the Joes this inning. Now it's 6-0.
So Marshall Flynn, after giving up 6 runs and a horrific fourth, will come out of the game, and we will see a new pitcher. It is Luke St. Antoine, the sophomore from Adrian College. Pitched 5 innings for the Bulldogs this year. Gave up 10 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned. Walked 3 and struck out 4 with an ERA of 9.0. This year for the Bison, he has started 1 game, come out of the bullpen in 2, pitched 8 1/3 innings, given up 4 hits, 1 run, walking 3 and striking out 6. He has a record of 1-0 and an ERA of 1.08. So he will take his warm-up pitches and will try to get out of this tough inning for the Ohio Bison. We will take a break while he does that. When we return, new pitcher starts out. Stay with us. Joe's leading here on YouTube.
Pfefferly Tire and Auto is your car's home for all of its needs. Whether you just need a quick oil change, a repair, or you're in the market for new tires, Pfefferly will get it done with professionalism and honesty. And with convenient locations in both Fairfield and Hamilton, there's always a place nearby.
Planet Fitness strives to create a workout environment where everyone feels accepted and respected. That's why at Planet Fitness Hamilton, Ohio, we take care to make sure our
Luke St. Antoine on the mound for the Ohio Bison. They've given up 6 in this inning against the Joes. The batter is Braden Broom. He had the first hit of this inning. It was a single after he batted behind Harry Jackson, who walked to lead things off. There's 2 outs here. The Joes leading 6-0 after all 6 runs came in here in the fourth. This is the 11th batter. Broom way out in front of this one. Loses grip on his bat. Swings and misses for strike 1.
Braden Broom had an RBI single earlier this inning to start the run party. 6 have come across.
1-1 pitch to Broom. Little slider inside. Didn't slide enough. Ball 2. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. This one lined into left field. It's down for a base hit. And it's off the glove of Dominic Byers in left. Castleman turns around third and heads home. And getting in safely at second is Braden Broom. So 1 more run will score. He gets his second hit of the inning, and the Joes continue to roll here in the fourth.
This is the offensive explosion we were waiting for a while. We saw 3 in 1 inning yesterday, but 7 in 1 inning here in the bottom of the 4th.
Tyler Thaman probably pleased with his team, and they're hitting, especially after a whole lot of struggles and frustration from him for the past couple of nights. The score is 7-0. That brings in Sammy Sass, who had to take off his catcher's gear and bat one more time in this inning. He swings and misses at the first pitch. So from the windup, the second pitch on the way. Fouled off the end of the bat from Sass to the screen. The 0-2 from St. Antoine outside, and it squirted by Blake Reed, but it was slowed down enough that it just barely rested behind him. So Harry Jackson sticks over there at third. After the play over there and left from Dominic Byers, was surprised that he didn't actually turn over on third and try to come home. So he stuck in his spot. This one hit hard into left field towards Byers. He makes the grab. Sammy Sass with a really hard hit ball out there to left, but Byers, after botching a play just a few moments ago, is able to redeem it with a nice catch, and that'll stop the bleeding after 7 runs come across for the Joes. An offensive explosion we have been awaiting for a long time. Joes lead 7-0 here from Foundation Field.
Planet Fitness strives to create a workout environment where everyone feels accepted and respected. That's why at Planet Fitness Hamilton, Ohio, we take care to make sure our club is clean and welcoming, our staff is friendly, and our certified trainers are ready to help. Whether you're a first-time gym user or a fitness veteran, you'll always have a home in our judgment-free zone.
Queen City Hospice is your local, independently owned and operated center that is dedicated to providing patient-centered care and support to residents of the greater Cincinnati area in whatever place they call home. We understand that our staff is the most important aspect of our organization, and that is why we hire only the most qualified and compassionate individuals in the industry. This is why our care is second to none.
Get ready, Joes fans. Raising Cane's is coming to Hamilton. Opening June 29th at 1479 Main Street, you can enjoy the world-famous flavor of Raising Cane's chicken fingers. Can't wait? Head down to Fairfield, where there's a Cane's located at 5120 Dixie Highway that can satisfy all your cravings right now. Raising Cane's is a proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joes.
Hungry Joes fans, stop by Richard's Pizza before, during, or after the Hamilton Joes game. Order a pizza that was voted #1 best pizza in Butler County, or order one of their famous Italian steak sandwiches at Richard's Pizza, located on 417 Main Street. You can order online or stop by Richard's Pizza for your next delicious.
Bryce Smith back on the mound for the Joes. His team gives him some help with the bats. The Joes lead 7-0 after an explosion in the 4th. First pitch of this 5th inning misses outside to Jackson Little. And so the count is 1-0. Here comes the next pitch. He fouls it off right side out of play.
Might as well just have Bryce Smith pitch every day. Every time he pitches, he most likely gives the Joes a win.
4-0 on the year. Little curveball that misses high for a ball.
Yeah, the Joes had 12 guys come up to the plate in the 4th inning. They had 4 hits. And 4 walks.
Yeah, it was tough for the Joes, and the times where the bats were struggling. They were kind of relying on the pitching to be perfect, and when it wasn't, they were dropping games left and right. But good to see them finally get back to putting the ball in play and walking, getting on base any way possible. But the 3-1 pitch here from Smith misses outside to Jackson Little, so a leadoff base runner here for the Bison as they look to claw their way back into this one.
Yeah, and it was a long inning in that half inning, so Bryce Smith was sitting for quite a bit on the bench, but I'm sure he won't mind 7 runs coming across, so a big cushion there.
Smith is still the GLSCL leader in wins with 4. There are a ton of pitchers tied for second with 2. He threw over to first, and the ball fell out of Matt Dietering's glove, but it didn't trickle far enough away from first that it was able to allow Little to advance. So he stays over at first. Galen Rutledge, the batter, he flew out to right field in his last time up. First pitch to him is lifted up high in the air, slicing towards the line. Harry Jackson's able to make the play in shallow right. So another F9 for Galen Rutledge. 1 out here in the 5th inning, and now Dominic Byers will come up. Byers made the play that ended the inning, thought that the Joes would maybe be able to get 1 or 2 more after a hard hit ball from Sammy Sass went into left, but he made a nice grab. He reaches in and fouls this first one off one of the posts holding up the netting, so it bounced back over to the Joes dugout. Count is 0-1. And now the pitch is on its way, and nice frame behind the plate by Sammy Sass. Catches the high part of the strike zone, so the count is 0-2. Dominic Byers still looking for his first hit, only appearing in his 2nd game this year for the Bison. Grounds this one over to third. We'll see if the Joes can get 2. They get 1. They go over to first. The throw there is not going to be in time. So Rush, or Byers rather, will reach on a fielder's choice, but the Joes do get the lead runner, and there's 2 away here in the 5th.
Yeah, it was going to be really hard to turn it. It wasn't a hard hit ball at all to third base over to Henriquez. And Byers has a lot of speed. But they were able to get the lead runner, and now there's 2 outs. Try to get the Joes' bats back up to the plate.
And now a guy who's really struggled, Nate Rush. He had a sac bunt back in the 3rd inning. Takes the first pitch up near the chin for ball 1. He's batting just 2 for 36 this year. Has appeared in 11 games for the Bison of their 12. As the throw over to first. Byers is back well in time.
Yeah, he struggled a bit. But he was able to lay down a good sac bunt. But Bison couldn't score back in that 3rd inning.
This one is lifted up to the left side. Henriquez is racing over to get it, and it'll give a little slide on the path around the field, and that ball gets out of play. Nate Rush out of Wheeling, West Virginia, started 40 games for the Washington and Jefferson College Presidents. Batted .291 for them. Hasn't had the same luck with the Bison this year. 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball. It gets through the legs of Sass, but he's able to recover it quickly. The count is 2-1. Here comes the pitch. Breaking ball misses down low for ball 3.
You don't want to walk the 9-hitter Nate Rush here, as we mentioned earlier in the at-bat. Only 2 hits and 36 at-bats.
3-1 pitch. That one will miss low. And so that'll push the lead runner up to second. And that'll bring up the top of the order. Tyler Horvat, who's grounded out to second twice in today's game, will come to the plate, and Sammy Sass is going to go over to talk to Bryce Smith.
Yeah, Bryce Smith did not allow a walk in his first 4 innings of work, but already 2 this inning. He did sit on the bench for quite some time after the 7-run inning for the Joes in the 4th. 12 guys came to bat. So maybe lost his groove just a tad here.
No one warming up in the Joes' pen just yet, so they're hoping that Bryce Smith can go a little longer. Chase Hopewell is available for today's game. This one lined into left center. No, it is not. What a catch over there at second base from Garrett Staten. Wow, a jumping play and a web gem. How about that to hold the Bison off the scoreboard once more? The Joes still lead 7-0 after a great play over there at second. We'll come back. They'll get a chance to hit again. Maybe they can match that 7-run total. We'll see when we come back.
Just meal.
The Robinson Fence Company of Hamilton has been serving the community for over 27 years. Receiving an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau, they have been Hamilton's top choice for gating and fencing needs. Give them a visit at 1635 Howell Avenue in Hamilton, or give them a call at 513-867-0080. At Smoothie King Fairfield, we believe in helping each guest meet their health and fitness goals. That's why our ingredients are chosen carefully, and every one of our blends is crafted purposefully so you can rule the day. We can find the perfect blend for you with whole non-GMO fruits, organic veggies, and no artificial colors, flavors, or preservatives. We're ready to serve you a healthy meal on the go with contactless pickup and delivery options. Visit us at 8744 Michael Lane in Fairfield, Ohio, or give us a call at 513-829-0824. Smoothie King, smoothies with a purpose.
Story Point Fairfield isn't just a place to reside. It's a place for residents to truly shine every day. Offering a diverse range of senior living services, our community is designed to suit all resident lifestyles, from highly independent seniors to those who may require day-to-day assistance. Every resident becomes a member of our community. We strive to make sure each moment of each day is something to remember. Whether you need one surface for multiple sports,
Tonight's nonprofit of the game is Family Promise of Butler County. Family Promise of Butler County's mission is to serve children and their families who are experiencing homelessness by providing meals, shelter, comprehensive support services, and prevention. 11 strikeouts will support the work of this nonprofit. Go Joes! It's been a great last full inning for the Joes after we saw a great play in the field from Garrett Staten to end the last inning as he followed up the team's 7-run performance in the bottom of the fourth. They'll get a chance to bat again. Matt Dietering at the plate for Hamilton. He singled and came around to score in the last inning. He fouls this one off. The count is 2-1. And that one hits Dietering, so he is going to take his base over there at first. First hit by pitch we've seen in today's game.
The Joe's dugouts heckling Dietering. That has to sting a little bit on the feet. That is not fun at all.
Good to see the Joe's dugout getting back into it, though. Especially after you've been struggling. It's great to get a performance like this from your team, and it really loosens you up and gives you some of that energy. First pitch taken on the inside corner for a strike by Tyler Henriquez. Walked back in the fourth. With the bases loaded. 0-1 pitch. Grounder, left side, gets through into the outfield for a base hit. That'll advance Dietering over to second. He'll have to stay put there. So first two batters of the inning reach, and that'll bring up John Sanjul. There's a guy in scoring position for the Joes.
Center fielder, John Sanjul.
Sanjul reached on that crazy play in the last inning. He's going to lay down a bunt. It's popped up back towards the on-deck circle. He hit the ball over to second. The second baseman, Gavin Thompson, scooped it up and tried to tag Tyler Henriquez, who dodged around his tag, and then maybe he was a little bit flustered as he threw a bad throw over to first that resulted in 2 runs scoring for the Joes, and the runners reaching second and third. Slider outside misses for ball 1. 1-1 the count to John Sanjul. He went to bunt on the first pitch, did not show there. Pitch from St. Antoine is outside for ball 2. Two-1 is the count to John Sanjul. Californian out of Columbia takes the third ball outside, and so now he's way ahead at 3-1. Lucas St. Antoine pretty much has no room for error here if he wants to give his team a chance to claw back into this game. 3-1 pitch. Inside, and it gets by Reed, but it won't matter. It'll load up the bases with nobody out for the second time today, and that'll bring up Garrett Staten.
Third baseman, Garrett Staten.
Garrett over at second made one of the best plays of the season for the Joes this year, and Lucas St. Antoine signaled over to the dugout, and I think he may be having some arm soreness. That's exactly the case. He pointed to that throwing elbow, and so they're going to need a trainer to come in and go see him. James Muncy will run on over. Yeah, after that one, he was in some obvious discomfort. He was kind of favoring his throwing arm, and he called his coach, Joe Grotto, out to the mound and pointed to the arm.
So let's see who will come out to pitch for the Bison.
There was no one warming up in the pen. This was a jam anyway, so the Bison may have thought to try and put someone in to warm up and bring another guy in, but that obviously wouldn't have been able to happen for at least a couple more batters. But now a guy's going to have to come in cold for the Bison. We'll still see who that is unless Lucas St. Antoine is able to somehow stay in this game. And he won't. So he'll have to go back to the dugout. We hope that he's okay. Was favoring his right arm after that last play. And so a new pitcher will come in for the Bison. We're still yet to see who that is. And now there's a player walking out to the mound. Still can't get a number yet. Looks like it might be number 4, Brandon Blankenship. And that's precisely who it is. So Blankenship will warm up from Alexandria, Ohio. Plays at University of Charleston in West Virginia. Has not played at all there in 3 seasons. And this year for the Bison has come in 2 games out of the bullpen, pitched 1 2/3 innings. Has struggled, giving up 4 hits, 6 runs, walking 5 and striking out 3. And he has an ERA of 32.4. So we will see him pitch when we come back. The bases are loaded. Nobody's out here in the bottom of the 5th. The Joes looking to add to their sizable lead when we return.
Whether you need one surface for multiple sports or a sports-specific field build, the Motts Group is here to help. Their experience ranges from professional sports clubs to educational institutions to community complexes, fueling teams with consistent, safe, and reliable fields. Contact them at 513-548-3622 to get your new turf field. Tri-Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is safe and ready for you. Have an injury of some sort? Stop by Tri-Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine located on 3035 Hamilton Mason Road. The physicians and specialists at the Tri-Health Orthopedic and Sports Institute provide a full range of orthopedic care to ensure you don't miss out on a single moment on or off the field.
Joe's fans, in need of insurance, United Heartland Insurance Agency has your back. A consolidation of a number of family-owned independent insurance agencies dating back to 1872. For years, they have been protecting the assets of their clients by offering comprehensive and competitive business, personal, and life insurance products. Visit their Hamilton office at 185 North Brookwood Avenue in Hamilton, or give them a call at 513-896-5555.
The Greater Miami Valley YMCA. When communities get better, the world gets better. Discover how we positively impact the nation and how you can help us, one neighborhood at a time. The Greater Miami Valley Y, your local stop for building a healthy spirit for mind and body for all.
The Casual Pint is a community and neighborhood craft beer spot located in Hamilton that provides a vast selection of the best craft beers the region has to offer. They also offer a great selection of food options from appetizers to entrees, so if you just need a snack while you socialize or want to enjoy lunch or dinner, they have something that will hit the spot. Go online and order at hamilton.thecasualpint.com or go to their location located on 130 Riverfront Plaza. That is 130 Riverfront Plaza in Hamilton, Ohio. Proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joes.
ADG Services is Hamilton and Fairfield's most trusted painting contractors, offering deck staining, sealing, and waterproofing, as well as drywall texturing and exterior and interior painting, as well as many other services. ADG Services is your way to go for all your painting needs. Visit them at 456 Sims Road in Fairfield or give them a call at 513-295-2767. ADG Services, a proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joes.
Brendan Blankenship had to come in cold for the Bison in a sticky situation after Lucas St. Antoine came out due to injury. Bases loaded, nobody out for Garrett Staten. He takes the first pitch up and away for ball one.
Staten 0 for 2 on the day. Only one of the few Joes hitters without a hit today.
1-0, and that one just missed the outside corner, so now Staten is ahead.
Yep, 2 balls, no strikes. Let's see what Staten does here.
This pitch is in the dirt. It banked off the glove of Blake Reed, and he was able to keep it to his left side, so the count is 3-0. Can't imagine that Garrett Staten would swing here with the bases loaded.
I'd be surprised. If he's going to swing, it better be going over the fence.
Yeah, that better be a grand
or get
slam.
a gap.
3-0. Outside corner. He takes the pitch for strike one.
Now you got the yellow light. You can swing, but
Swing if it's good, but obviously you'd love to walk here. He is going to swing and pop this one out.
Get down.
It's going to get down on the or the right side, rather, towards the line. 2-run score. The third comes around, and that is Tyler Henriquez. So 2-run score. Or sorry, it was just 2. So the third run was held up over there at third base. It's a single that was slicing and finished just fair down that right field line, and that'll bring in Dalton Miller after the 2 RBI single from Garrett Staten.
Yeah, just got his hands out. Right fielder playing more towards the left. He's able to get it down in fair territory.
So Miller, who's 0 for 2 today with 2 strikeouts, has got a chance to get back on the board here. He grounds this one over left side. Nice grab by Tyler Thaman at third base.
Everyone's reached base in the Joes lineup except for Dalton Miller. He struck out twice, so he's trying to join the party.
Miller had that clutch single yesterday in the bottom of the ninth. He takes this first pitch, or next pitch rather, near the feet, so now the count is 1-2. Miller came into this game 5 for 25 on the season for an even 200. He grounds the 1-2 pitch to the left side. Dalton Miller, also the best outfield coach in the land. Prior to his coaching yesterday, did not catch a single ball in BP. Today I caught 4, so I credit that all to my coach, Dalton Miller. We'll see what he can do at the plate. 1-2 pitch. He's able to get another piece of it.
Off the end of the bat there.
Yeah, that one spunked out to the side, and count stays at 1-2.
Miller had a lengthy at bat in the bottom of the ninth inning last night and was able to rope one straight up the middle.
Runner goes. This pitch is in the dirt, and not biting and throwing down to second is Blake Reed, so the count is 2-2 now.
Still nobody out.
2 runners in scoring position. Joes have already potted 2 in this inning, looking for more. Miller grounds this one up the middle. It gets through for a base hit. Miller with another clutch single that scores 1 run. Over there on second, Garrett Staten initially thought that it was going to be picked up by the shortstop, Nate Rush, so he didn't go, and as a result, he's only able to get to third. But nonetheless, Dalton Miller with an RBI single, and now the runners are on the corners for Logan Castleman. 0 for 2 with a walk in his last time up. And we'll see if Logan can break out of this slump and feed off some of the momentum the Joes have had at the plate today. Still nobody out. First pitch, he swings and misses for strike 1.
So now if the Joes can hold the Bison scoreless for the next 2 innings in the 6th and 7th, it would be at a run rule for the first time all season for the Joes.
This one gets by. Staten will score. Miller will advance to second. So now the lead is 11. And that may have shaken up Blake Reed a little bit. Dalton Miller advanced over to second. So now Blake Reed will come back in. The count is 1-1 to Castleman, and now with a runner in scoring position, he's got a chance to put another run across for the Joes. Still no one out in this inning. 8 hits in the game for the Joes. 1-1 pitch, he swings and misses for strike 2. Castleman's timing just looks to be off right now. He doesn't seem to be seeing the ball as well as he was at the beginning of this season.
Still hasn't gotten a hit since June 13th. It's a week from today, or a week ago today.
He takes a breaking ball just inside. So now the count is 2-2. Here comes the pitch. It's in the dirt. That'll work the count full.
Still nobody out.
Heck of a night for the Joes bats after a whole lot of struggles. And we've mentioned it a couple times already. Tyler Thaman said that everyone was going to take double batting practice today, and I guess you could say it worked.
Yeah.
11-0 our score. 3-2 pitch. Castleman fouls it off and stays alive. This felt like a breath of fresh air almost if you're a Joes fan after what has been a pretty dull offense. As this next pitch is inside, it may have hit Castleman.
I believe it did.
It doesn't matter. It was going to be ball 4 anyway, so he'll still take his base, but I guess officially will be scored as a hit by pitch. So he'll advance over to first.
And now the 7th man to bat in the inning, Harry Jackson. He's reached base 7 straight times going back to yesterday's game. 2 for 2 with 2 singles on the day today.
Harry Jackson out of Lourdes has had himself quite a year for the Joes, and he's continuing that trend tonight. Reached base all 3 times. He's walked once, hit 2 singles. He takes the first pitch for ball 1. Braden Broom is on deck. Next pitch, breaking ball on the way. Blake Reed had no idea where it was. That ball popped straight up out of his glove, and he was left just looking around. Both runners will advance, and the count is 2-0 to Broome. No one warming up in the Bison pen. They're just going to have to let Brendan Blankenship ride this one out, at least for now. 2-0, nobody out here in the bottom of the fifth. This pitch down and in for ball 3. The Bison are at risk of loading the bases with nobody out for a third time. Here comes the 3-0. It's up high, and Harry Jackson will walk. So this is the most the Bison have struggled all year by far on the mound. Another walk given up that'll load up the bases. And that brings in Braden Broome, the shortstop, who had 2 singles in the last inning, is 2 for 3 today with the bases loaded. Nobody out. Joe's on top of the first place Marlins 11-0. First pitch in the dirt for ball 1. And so Nate Rush will come in and talk to Brandon Blankenship on the mound. And now trot back out to his position as Braden Broome faces a 1-0 count at the plate.
Yeah, the Bison have been out in the field forever. Not in this inning, but as well as last inning.
It's been a marathon effort. This is a slow dribbler over to third. The play is made to first. So that is finally the first out of the inning for the Bison. But a run does score. That's Dalton Miller, and both runners advance. So now there's 2 in scoring position. And the lead is 12.
Yeah, it will be an RBI for Broome. His third of the day on that ground-up ball.
And in back-to-back innings now, the Joes have batted around.
That's only the first out, too.
Yeah, Sammy Sass comes to the plate with 2 runners in scoring position, and if he could get one to the outfield, that would score another run. He takes the first pitch in there for a strike. From the windup, the next one on its way, and it was inside. Sass was able to pull back his check swing. Sass had a single and flew out to left to end the onslaught in the 5th inning. This next pitch is in the dirt, and Blake Reed had some trouble digging that one out of his pads. But now
Blake Reed's gotten beat up behind the dish today. He's had to block a ton of balls in front of him.
Yeah, it seemed like he's used pretty much every part of his body possible. Yeah. He's used his legs, his arms, his chest. I mean, he's done it all. It's obviously been a tough night for his pitchers. 2-1 pitch, inside corner for strike 2. Matt Dietering on deck for the Joes. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Sammy Sass down on strikes. That is the first strikeout for Brandon Blankenship and the second out of the inning. And now that brings up the first baseman, Matt Dietering, who led off this inning. He was hit by a pitch, came around to score. He grounds this one over to short. Tough play over there, firing over, and up high was Nate Rush. It forced Jackson Little to jump up and catch it, but he came off the base. So that's an infield single for Matt Dietering. Another run scores, and now there's runners on the corners for Tyler Henriquez. First pitch to Henriquez in there for a strike. The Joes lead 13-0 over the top team in the GLSCL South, the 10-2 Ohio Bison. Next pitch inside for ball 1. The Joes held a slight edge for first place in ERA over the Bison coming into today, and I think that gap has gotten wider.
Yeah.
3.41 for the Joes, 3.61 for the Bison. That ERA had slipped over the past couple days for Hamilton, but they were somehow able to keep hold of the lead, and they're rewarded tonight because they should have a pretty firm grip on that if all things go well towards the end of today. 2-2 is the count. Here comes the pitch. And in there for strike 3. So the Bison finally escaped this inning. They gave up 7 in the fifth. In the fourth, they gave up 6 in the fifth. And the Joes' lead is 13, the most dominant performance we've seen from the Joes yet here on Father's Day. What a great time to do it. We'll be back with more baseball in just a moment.
All Wealth Federal Credit Union is committed to providing for you. Through convenient online banking, home and auto loans, saving accounts, checking accounts, credit cards, and more, All Wealth can provide for all of your banking needs. Located at 6 South 2nd Street in Hamilton, they can be found on the phone at 513-868-5881 or online at allwealth.org. All Wealth, supporting those who serve us.
Butler County.
Bryce Smith back for inning number 6 of work here. And a dominant night for the Hamilton Joes. They're in third place, but they're way ahead of the first place Ohio Bison. 13-0 our score. First pitch from Smith to Brandon Horsley. The 2-hitter is inside for ball 1. Only one other game in the GLSCL South today. The Richmond Jazz, who are red hot, took one at McBride Stadium over the Ohio Marlins in an afternoon affair. 7-4 was the final from Richmond. 2-0 is the count to Brendan Horsley. Slider just misses the inside part of the plate. Here comes the 3-0, and this one's up high, so Horsley will take his base on a 4-pitch leadoff walk. Sammy Sass will go over and talk to his pitcher. There's no one warming up in the Joe's pen right now. There's a plethora of relievers available for the Joes today, but obviously they'd love to save them for a game where they'd more likely need them. Nick Clark comes in to hit. He's been good today with 2 singles. They represent both of Ohio's hits today. First pitch breaking ball that Clark had to duck on gets away from Sass, so the runner will advance to second. Bryce Smith struggling a little bit with this command here in the 6th. He's been very good through 5.
Another inning where he had to sit on the bench for a while.
Yeah, so maybe the arm's starting to cool down a bit. 2-0 pitch in there on the outside corner for strike 1. Or sorry, it's just a 1-1 pitch, so... Or a 1-0 pitch, rather. So now we'll get the 1-1, and this one gets by Sass again, so the runner will advance over to third. Now the count is 2-1. So Bryce Smith has had a tough go at things here in the 6th inning after walking the leadoff man. 2 wild pitches have advanced him all the way over to third. 2-1 pitch to Clark, just misses high, ball 3. Three-one pitch, lined out into center field. Sanjul will make the play. Tagging is Horsley, and he will be in there safely. So the Marlins finally pot their first run of the day, but they still trail 13-1. Nick Clark is retired for the first out of the inning, and now Gavin Thompson comes to the plate.
Thompson's 0 for 2, grounded out into 6-4-3 double play. His last at bat.
That was a big momentum shifter for the Joes. As in the bottom of the 4th inning, the bats would start to work, and that was what started it all and put us where we are right now. 2 swings and misses from Thompson, and quickly he's behind 0-2. Base is empty here after Brendan Horsley scored. This next pitch misses way wide for a ball.
The Bison have gotten mercied once this year, and that was against the Cincinnati Steam.
This next pitch missed for ball 2. For the longest time, that was their only game against any of the teams from the greater Cincinnati area before they came to Foundation Field to play the Joes. This one's popped up over to first base, and Matt Dietering makes the grab. They lost to the Cincinnati Steam 10-0, and then split a doubleheader here with the Joes, and now they are well behind here. Their record right now stands at 10-2. They've been really dominant and have kind of come out of the woodwork. If you looked at the rosters and where these guys played, you'd probably think Cincinnati Steam and Hamilton Joes would be the 2 teams to beat in this division, but it's been the Ohio Bison this year. Second pitch of the at-bat is fouled back by Blake Reed. So the count is 1-1. And that one misses up and away for ball 2. Reed has had quite a long day behind the plate. He's had to do all sorts of stuff to try and keep balls in front of him. He pops this one straight up in the air, really high, and it's going to get over the net and clang off the bleachers here at Foundation Field. Two-two is the count. Pitch on its way, lined into left field, down for a base hit. It's moving back towards the warning track and turning around first and heading for second, and not there and even close to time was Blake Reed. He took a slow turnaround first, and it was a great gun from Dalton Miller, and that'll end the inning.
I don't know what Blake Reed was doing. He was not running hard at all. He thought he was going to be in for a stand-up double, it appeared like, and then next thing you know, he was gunned down by a couple seconds.
Dalton Miller made the play over to second. That'll retire the side. So the Bison get 1, but they'll need 2 in the next inning at least to keep this game alive and avoid getting mercied for just the second time this year. Joes will get a chance to build on their massive lead, though, when we come back, make it even harder for the Bison, possibly. We will just have to see. To the bottom of the 6th we go. Joes leading 13-1 here from Hamilton.
Butler County Mental Health and Addiction Recovery Services, in partnership with the community, is here to provide comprehensive recovery-oriented system of care and prevention. In addition, we continuously improve the quality of life of Butler County citizens through the support of addiction and mental health recovery services. Butler County Mental Health and Addiction Recovery, a proud sponsor of your Hamilton Joes. Bridgewater Falls offers guests a unique shopping experience with more than 30 shopping destinations, including Target, JCPenney, Ulta, Best Buy, Michaels, Dick's Sporting Goods, and many more. Bridgewater Falls also has a wide variety of delicious dining destinations. From burgers to pizza to sushi, experience all the flavors of Bridgewater Falls. Bridgewater Falls is located just off the Butler County Veterans Highway, Ohio 129, at the corner of Princeton Road and Bypass 4. Come experience a great shopping, dining, and services in the heart of Fairfield Township, Ohio. At Brown Dawson Flick Funeral Home, we don't just care for the recently departed. We serve those who held them most dearly. Our families have known since 1935 that they can count on our honest and respectful staff to provide only the highest level of service. The kind of service that you can't get just anywhere these days. We invite you to explore our site to learn more about Brown Dawson Flick Funeral Home at browndawsonflick.com, a proud sponsor of your Hamilton Joes.
Carefree Heating and Cooling is an AC service in Hamilton, Ohio you can trust. When you are looking for a quick AC repair in Hamilton, Ohio, turn
So John Sanjul will come to the plate with the Joes leading the Ohio Bison 13-1. Looks like we may be getting a defensive substitution here, or maybe just a player coming out late for the Bison.
No, if it's going to be a defensive substitution, Adam Fallon will come and play second base.
So he comes in for Gavin Thompson. So the first pitch is outside to Sanjul from Brandon Blankenship, who struggled in that last inning but came in a quite tough situation. And it's just been a bad night for the bullpen of the Bison. I mean, no other real way to put it. And in a season as long as what we have in the GLSCL, nights like this are going to happen. Even for teams in first place.
I believe Thompson moved to third base. I think that's number 30 over there at third.
Okay, so
yeah. It would be Nick Clark who was replaced.
Okay, so Thompson moves over to third. You're right about that. It's 30 over there at third. And
so Clark is probably out of the lineup. And who just came in? Adam Fallon. So Fallon is in the lineup in place for Clark.
While all that was going on, John Sanjul took a 4-pitch walk. So the first pitch is inside to Garrett Staten for ball 1. One-0 pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. These teams will meet again late next week at Don Edwards Stadium out in Newark. The count is 2-1 to Garrett Staten. The Bison are undefeated at their home stadium. 6-0 this year, as they've been pretty much dominant in the GLSCL. The count is 3-1 to Garrett Staten now. But for the Joes who've been struggling, this is a much-needed shot of life. 3-1 pitch is inside. First and second with nobody out. Can the Joes do it in 3 straight innings?
I don't know.
7 in the 4th, 6 in the 5th. We're here in the 6th. They hold a 13-1 lead. And they've got first and second with nobody out. Dalton Miller comes to the plate after a 4-pitch and 5-pitch walk. First pitch to him is inside for ball 1. One-0 pitch, breaking ball up high to Miller for ball 2. So a pitcher just ran over to the Bison pen. They may need one more guy to just pull them through this outing.
One guy that can throw a strike.
Another ball thrown there from Blankenship, and the count is 3-0. There's also a pitcher in the Joes bullpen. Not sure who that is. The 3-0 pitch. And low and inside to Miller, so the count, or the bases rather, are loaded. A 4-pitch walk, 5-pitch walk, 4-pitch walk to start the inning.
Not an ideal start for St. Antoine. Or Blankenship, actually.
Yeah, Blankenship, who came in replacement of St. Antoine after the injury.
For the Joes, number 12, Dylan Ballauer.
Dylan Ballauer will come in to pinch hit for Logan Castleman. Castleman was DHing, so just a chance for Ballauer to get one at-bat in here. He takes the first pitch up and away for ball one, but if Blankenship pitches the same way that he has in the past two at-bats, Ballauer won't have to do much except stand in. Second pitch is outside. The pitcher in the Marlins pen is number 12, Canyon McWilliams, out of Arkansas Little Rock.
Oh, no.
Ballauer looks at ball three. Here comes the pitch. It's outside. It gets to the backstop, but it won't matter. That walks in a run. Joes lead 14-1.
I think Blankenship's only thrown a strike in this inning. He's walked 4 batters. He's only thrown 1 strike.
Yeah, he's only thrown 1 strike. 3 4-pitch walks, 1 5-pitch walk, and that'll bring out Joe Grotto. It's really just been a huge struggle for all the pitchers that have pitched today for the Bison. Started with Marshall Flynn, who was pretty good through the first 3 innings, but then Lucas San Antoine came in to replace him, and after things started to go downhill, he had an elbow injury, it looked like, which resulted in Brandon Blankenship coming in, and things just went further south for the Bison. So, tough day for them. No other real way to put it. They're down 14-1. We're going to see a new pitcher, and it is Canyon McWilliams, the senior out of Shaker Heights, Ohio. So he will warm up, and another bases loaded, no out situation with a new pitcher for the Bison. We will see his first stuff when we return. Joe's leading 14-1. Stay with us to see if they can close it out. You're listening to Hamilton Joe's Baseball on YouTube.
Carefree Heating and Cooling is an AC service in Hamilton, Ohio you can trust. When you are looking for a quick AC repair in Hamilton, Ohio, turn to the professionals at Carefree Heating and Cooling. With a name for completing the work correctly the first time, you can rely on our quality service to get your AC system working like it should. When you need air conditioning fast, call us at 513-268-5164, or you can also contact us online at carefreeheatingandcoolingco.com.
Joe's fans, Chatterbox Sports is your home for high school sports all across Butler County. For live events, exclusive interviews, podcasts, photos, and more, visit chatterboxsports.com. Also follow them on Twitter and Instagram at CBoxSports.
For over 130 years, Coca-Cola has been guided by a spirit of creativity, innovation, collaboration, and love of community. The next time you come to Foundation Field to watch a Hamilton Joes game, do yourself a favor and get yourself an ice-cold Coke. Coca-Cola, proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joes.
Are you switching or looking for a new bank? First Financial Bank is the perfect fit.
New pitcher in for the Bison. The batter is Harry Jackson. The pitcher's Canyon McWilliams. And he delivers a first pitch strike. Believe this is McWilliams' first time in pitching for the Bison. This one's fouled off to the screen by Jackson. McWilliams is listed as an infielder. He did not pitch this year for Arkansas Little Rock. Jackson swings and misses at this one. And so that's strike 3. 1 away here in the inning. And that'll bring up Braden Broom.
That snapped Harry Jackson's on-base streak of 8 straight that game comes to an end.
Jackson has been phenomenal in the past few games. Now a guy who's also been really good as well, Braden Broom. 2 for 4 today with 2 singles. First pitch slider thrown outside for ball 1. The Bison have walked 10 Joe's batters today and given up 9 hits in the 14-run opposing effort. This one's punched out into shallow right center field. It'll get down for a base hit. All runners advance 1 base. 1 run comes in, and our score is now 15-1.
And folks, if you're wondering, the Joes just need 3 outs in the next half inning, and it'll be a mercy rule.
Yeah, if you're up 10 runs
in 7 and
in
8.
7 innings of a 9-inning game, then the game is over. The biggest blowout we've seen in the GLSCL this season was between the Ohio Marlins and the Cincinnati Steam. The Steam, took that one 22-0 over in Rosemont. The bases are loaded with 1 out. The batter's Sammy Sass. This next pitch slides all the way across the plate inside for a ball.
How about Braden Broom tonight? 4 RBIs.
Yeah, Broom has really, really been good lately for the Joes.
After having a rough day yesterday with 3 strikeouts, he is 3 for 5 today.
He's batting .270 on the season. He has had a great day today. And Braden Broom is almost like the indicator as this one gets by and the runners will advance 1 base. I feel like when Braden Broom is performing well, the Joes' bats seem to be as well. So, another run comes in to score. 16-1 now.
The Joes batted 12 in the 4th, 11 in the 5th, and Sammy Sass is the 7th batter of the inning, and there's 1 out here in the 6th inning.
The score is 16-1. Sammy Sass faces a 2-2 count. Here comes the pitch, swing and a miss from Sass. That's his 2nd straight strikeout. Sass is 1 for 5 today. So a bit of a struggle for him, but not for the Joes as a whole. Matt Dietering comes in now. First pitch to Dietering in the turf for ball 1. Tyler Henriquez, the last batter who has not come to the plate yet this inning. 1-0 pitch in there for strike 1. The 1-1 pitch is near the feet of Dietering. He looks at it for ball 2. And the 2-1 pitch is in the dirt for ball 3. Next one on its way. Dietering swings and misses. He gets a piece of it, but was a foul tip into the glove of Blake Reed, and so now the count is full. Here comes the payoff. Swing and maybe a foul tip by Dietering.
Yep.
That's indeed the case. So he'll get to keep swinging. 3-2 count, 2 outs. The Ohio Bison with their worst performance of an otherwise strong 2021. They're trailing the Joes 16-1 here in the 6th inning.
And there's 3-game win streak is going to be coming to an end.
3-2 pitch. Down and in. And once again, 3 straight innings the Joes bat around.
My goodness.
This is just games and games and games worth of hits and walks coming in for the Joes right now. The bases are loaded for Tyler Enriquez. First pitch, swing and a miss for strike one. The 0-1 lifted really high in the air out to right. Backtracking is Horsley, and he will make the catch. So the inning finally over. The Joes bat around once again. This time, though, they only pot 3. But all is academic here after the 6th. 16-1, the Joes lead. They'll look to close it out in the top of the 7th and get the mercy rule. When we come back, you're listening to Joe's Baseball on YouTube.
Fit because they put you first. Their 3 goals is to stay flexible to serve your needs, invest in the community financially and personally, and they tailor their services to your needs. First Financial Bank. When it comes to managing your money, they make it easy, fast, and secure.
Come curious and leave inspired. The Fitton Center for Creative Arts isn't just a building, it's an experience. We are a non-profit community arts organization that has been a part of the Hamilton community for over 20 years. Visit us soon to see what we have to offer. Learn something new in one of our art classes or workshops that are open to students of all ages. Be enthralled by extraordinary musicians, actors, and dancers at one of our live performances. Stroll through our remarkable art galleries or reserve one of our diverse venues for your special event. Become a part of the Fitton Center and redefine the way you experience the arts in Hamilton.
Kettering Health Hamilton at Fort Hamilton Hospital, founded in 1929, is dedicated to providing Butler County with community-focused health care. With skilled specialists and cutting-edge technology, they feature advanced wound care, emergency care with a Level 3 trauma center, heart and vascular care, maternity care, and orthopedics and joint replacement. Visit them at 630 Eaton Avenue in Hamilton or give them a call at 513-867-2000 for all of your healthcare needs.
4-Star Mechanical is your one-stop shop for all things heating, ventilation, air conditioning, and refrigeration. With over 100 combined years of industry-specific experience.
Preston Heinzman comes in to pitch for the Joes. They lead the Ohio Bison 16-1. What a performance today.
Yeah, Bryce Smith goes 6 innings, gave up 1 earned run, 3 hits, no strikeouts, and 3 walks.
At the beginning of the game, we commented how Bryce Smith was just a ground ball machine, and a good outing for him. It was overshadowed by the bats today, but nonetheless, the Erlanger, Kentucky native, had himself a pretty good night. 2-0 is the count. Once again, Preston Heinzman out of Edison State is the new pitcher for the Joes. The batter is Jackson Little, the first baseman. He takes the 1-1 pitch out to right field out of play. And so now the count is 1-2. Here comes the pitch. Breaking ball. Got him looking. So the Joes finally get their first strikeout of the game. That's the beer batter, Sam.
Yeah, unfortunately, the beer batter's not going to be coming up to the plate for the rest of the night because 2 more outs for the Joes, and they'll get their first run rule victory over the number 1 team in the South Division, the Bison.
Yeah, we talk about it. It's weird almost how the Joes kind of play up and down to their competition, it seems. When they're playing the top teams, they come to play. They're about to improve to 2-1 against the Ohio Bison this year.
They're 2-1 against this team.
Those are the top 2 teams right now in the GLSCL. The Joes are sitting in 3rd. And this is a big win with the team in 4th, the Richmond Jazz, who are screaming hot right now, nipping at their heels. 3 straight balls to Galen Rutledge. And now he'll face the 3-0 pitch. He swings at it off the handle of the bat, popped up out of play. So the Joes, who are at risk of falling to 500 after today, do not do so, as this pitch just misses the outside corner. And so Galen Rutledge will walk. That'll bring up Dominic Byers with one away here in the top of the 7th. Heinzman sets from the stretch and now deals. And that pitch misses up high for ball 1. Heinzman's got a snappy release. He goes over to first, and runner's back in time. The Joes scored the most runs of any team in the GLSCL today. They best the Michigan Monarchs by 2 runs, who had a 14-7 win over the Galleon Graders earlier today. This one is lifted out to deep center. San Jules there to make the grab. And so the Bison down to their final out. It's Nate Rush. And we've mentioned his struggles this year. Is he going to represent the final out and end things here tonight in a disastrous day for the Ohio Bison that they, I'm sure, will forget about as soon as the bus pulls out of Foundation Field?
Yeah.
Not a memorable night for them. 1-0 pitch. Misses outside for ball 2. So, for the Bison's perspective, every team in the GLSCL gets an off day tomorrow, so at least they'll have a chance to regroup a bit as this one's swung on and missed. So the count moves to 2-1. Then they will have a game against their crosstown rival, the Ohio Marlins, on Tuesday, which will start a 6-game homestand. They'll look to continue their dominance at Don Edwards Stadium. 3-1 is the count.
Yeah, the Bison are going to be now 4-2 to end their week, which is not bad. I mean, you go 4-2 every week, you'll be in the playoffs later this season. But obviously, you end the week on a sour note, getting demolished.
Yeah, this is a tough way for the Bison and for the Joes in a week where they've struggled a little bit and slipped closer to the middle of the pack in the league table as Nate Rush has walked. This is a great way to end the week, as not only do you dominate, but you do it against the best team in your division. And with this win, the Joes will be right up there with the Cincinnati Steam for second place in the GLSCL South. First pitch is inside to Tyler Horvat. Heinzman sets and delivers. Another one that misses the inside corner for ball 2. So the Joes will improve to 8-6, which will tie them with the Cincinnati Steam. They have the tiebreaker as they own the head-to-head, so they will move up into second place. And for the Bison, their 3-game hold on first place will now falter slightly, but still developing a bit of a gap between them and second place. We'll see if they can hold on to it through next week. 3-1 is the count to Tyler Horvat. Preston Heinzman struggling a little bit here. He just needs one out, though. The 3-1 pitch misses low, ball 4. So the bases are loaded here in the 7th. For the 2-hitter Brandon Horsley, who is 0 for 2 but walked back in the 6th. First pitch to Horsley, inside corner, strike 1. Bison, who are 9-1 in their last 10 games, are going to have to regroup after this one and move into week 3 still in first place, as we mentioned. The count 1-1. The pitch to Horsley misses outside. The fans are kind of delayed in their waiting for this final out that they can cheer for. Holding it back right now. This one's fouled back to the screen. So now the Bison are down to their final strike for the first time.
We haven't even had the split the pot announcement. It's getting ready to be announced. 50-50 in the next half inning. But Joes are a strike away from getting the run rule victory. Just put one over the plate.
2-2 is the count. Heinzman delivers. Swing and a miss. Just the second strikeout of the game for the Joes, but it does not matter. How about a win on Father's Day? The Hamilton Joes dominate the Ohio Bison here at home, and they close out their homestand on a high note. 16-1 is your final here in 7 innings. And Sam Newcomb, how about this performance from the Joes bats tonight?
Yeah, they had 10 hits on 16 runs. Look, I guess the double BP from everyone worked out tonight. You know, you struggled the past couple games, but you finally get back in the win column, and no better way to do it against the team that is first in the South Division, and you dominate them. You win 16-1. You run rule. You get your first run rule victory of the year. Good performance of the Joes. Let's see if they can carry that over into next week when they'll be on the road down in Florence.
So the Joes' next game will be, as Sam mentioned, down in Florence, Kentucky, against the Cincinnati Steam at Y'all's Ballpark. But for now, they improved to 8-6 on the season, 7-3 here at home. For the Ohio Bison, they fall to 10-3 on the year, and 4-3 on the road. They will face the Ohio Marlins on Tuesday at Don Edwards Stadium. So, there's a million players that we could interview on this Joes team today. We'll try to get one of them up here for you in this postgame. Stay with us. We'll take a short break, and we'll be back and just ask someone on the Joes what happened. Joes take it 16-1.
Scheduled for 5:35.
Experience, they're equipped with the design and job site knowledge to complete every project from concept to routine maintenance. Call them at 513-737-1008. If you're looking for an industry leader in all things related to windows and doors, look no further than L.E. Schofield Window and Door Co. With over 7 decades of experience in providing window and door repair and replacement services, as well as glass, screens, and other products, you can count on them to get the job done right the first time around. Call them today at 513-863-8932.
Woman-owned and family-operated, M&G Body Shop has a honest and dependable staff that has over 30 years of experience bringing cars back to life. M&G Body Shop can get your car back safely on the road, providing a wide variety of services including bodywork, frame adjustment, painting, total loss evaluation, window and glass repair, collision repair, alignment, insurance claim reports, and paintless dent repair, and more. Visit M&G Body Shop at 12018 Hamilton Avenue in Cincinnati, or call them up at 513-851-9056.
Are your clothes still dirty after going through the wash? Is your fridge failing to keep things cold? Pay Appliance Service offers superior home appliance repair in Hamilton, Ohio, so you can get on with your day-to-day activities. They are a family-owned company offering fast and reliable appliance repairs. Their skilled service technicians work on a wide variety of brands and home appliances, providing quality repairs on everything from dishwashers to microwaves. Go to their location at 780 South Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard or contact them at 513-285-3519.
Pfefferly Tire and Auto is your car's home for all of its needs. Whether you just need a quick oil change, a repair, or you're in the market for new tires, Pfefferly will get it done with professionalism and honesty. And with convenient locations in both Fairfield and Hamilton, there's always a place nearby.
Planet Fitness strives to create a workout environment where everyone feels accepted and respected. That's why at Planet Fitness Hamilton, Ohio, we take care to make sure our club is clean and welcoming, our staff is friendly, and our certified trainers are ready to help. Whether you're a first-time gym user or a fitness veteran, you'll always have a home in our judgment-free zone.
Queen City Hospice is your local, independently owned and operated center that is dedicated to providing patient-centered care and support to residents of the greater Cincinnati area in whatever place they call home. We understand that our staff is the most important aspect of our organization, and that is why we hire only the most qualified and compassionate individuals in the industry. This is why our care is second to none.
Get ready, Joe's fans. Raising Cane's is coming to Hamilton. Opening June 29th at 1479 Main Street, you can enjoy the world-famous flavor of Raising Cane's chicken fingers. Can't wait? Head down to Fairfield, where there's a Cane's located at 5120 Dixie Highway that can satisfy all your cravings right now. Raising Cane's is a proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joes.
Hungry Joe's fans, stop by Richard's Pizza before, during, or after the Hamilton Joes game. Order a pizza that was voted #1 best pizza in Butler County, or order one of their famous Italian steak sandwiches at Richard's Pizza, located on 417 Main Street. You can order online or stop by Richard's Pizza for your next delicious meal.
The Robinson Fence Company of Hamilton has been serving the community for over 27 years. Receiving an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau, they have been Hamilton's top choice for gating and fencing needs. Give them a visit at 1635 Howell Avenue in Hamilton, or give them a call at 513-867-0080. At Smoothie King Fairfield, we believe in helping each guest meet their health and fitness goals. That's why our ingredients are chosen carefully, and every one of our blends is crafted purposely so you can rule the day. We can find the perfect blend for you with whole non-GMO fruits, organic veggies, and no artificial colors, flavors, or preservatives. We're ready to serve you a healthy meal on the go with contactless pickup and delivery options. Visit us at 8744 Michael Lane in Fairfield, Ohio, or give us a call at 513-829-0824. Smoothie King, smoothies with a purpose.
Back here at Foundation Field, Joe's win 16-1 and run rule the #1 team in the South Division, the Ohio Bison. We're joined with Harry Jackson. Harry, you reached base quite a few times. At one point, you've reached base 8 times going back to yesterday's game. What kind of approach were you making up at the plate?
Probably just say swinging at smart pitches. When you're seeing a good pitch to hit, you got to try to put a good piece of the bat on it. I mentioned yesterday that trying to stay focused and making sure that I'm attacking the ball and not spectating. I like to say I'm in the box where I'm just watching pitches and make the bat worth something.
Today you went 3 for 4. Another great day for the Joes today for you. You lead the team in team average, so how does it feel to, not only just be a part of this Hamilton Joes team this summer, but to be able to produce productively on offense?
So this is my first time leaving and for summer ball, so being a part of the Joes is something great, and I love it so far. But leading the team in average is something I'd like to continue to do, as getting on base is something that's very important with baseball, so I'll just keep trying my best.
Yeah, you and Logan Castleman are like a 1-2 punch on getting on base. I'm pretty sure your on-base percentage, both of you, is like over 500, so you guys have done a great job in that category. So that is it. Thank you, Harry, for joining us this evening. Joes win 16-1. They'll have a break tomorrow on Monday, then they'll be right back in action down in Florence, Kentucky to take on the Cincinnati Steam. For For Luke Westpoy, I'm Sam Newcomb saying so long, and we'll see you Tuesday evening right here on YouTube.
Happy Father's Day.